So cute watching her eat.
Oh, it's cute watching me eat.
No, it's disgusting watching you eat.
Oh, I'm sure it's cute. Oh, Alex, show us what you look like while you're eating.
There we go. Much better.
Actually, don't. I don't want to see you chew with your mouth open. Wait, why does it say no data? What the hell's going on? Hey, what does that say? OBS Studio?
OBS Studio reconnection successful.
Oh, okay. Wonder what the hell happened. Huh.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Okay. So
Somebody's watching us. I always feel
is it
like
you?
somebody's watching me.
I hear audio bounce back from somebody. It's not me.
Where? Where do you hear it? I don't hear it.
It was either from yours or from Kenneth's house.
All right, we're about to start,
I
dude.
think you're just making stuff up.
Okay.
But have we started yet?
No, but I don't mean you need to be sitting there watching videos, cracker. You need to be
There's a
putting your head
baby.
in the game.
There's a baby. Hi, Faith.
Bring the thunder.
Okay, let me see here. Okay. And then audio channels. Shelly, say something into the mic.
Something into the mic.
Okay, and I already checked the audio. It's bounce back, and
Nope.
audio on Zoom is good. Here we go.
The following audio program contains mature content, including offensive language. Listener discretion is advised.
Play the radio. Make sure the kids hear words.
You're talking to the guy that remembers everything.
Remember that time we butt fucked? I don't feel okay with that. I really don't.
Robotator's a loser.
You know, I'm not even saying anything anymore.
Why?
Or maybe it's just I'm hogged up on caffeine.
Because y'all get on to me for even saying anything. I'm done.
No,
I'm done.
I
I'm
didn't.
done.
You're supposed to fight back. Look.
I feel like you have a boner right now.
I don't.
The land of Fujiwa is a shitocracy.
First and foremost, I am not fucking RoboTuner.
Robo, fuck you.
That would be so tender.
Oh my
Number
God.
one.
That's the play for a stripper, to just go, oh yeah, I listen to all of them all the time.
Why did the stripper turn to Matt
So
Thomas?
where's the stripper from?
Thomas, is that you, man?
I thought it was genius, RoboTuner. You did a fantastic job.
It is. I thought that I just wanted some money so I could buy some pop screen filters.
You dress up well, Thomas, man. I didn't know you were into this.
You little LARPer, you.
Someone shoot me. I have to live with him.
All these podcasts in my feed, but something's wrong. Not a single one I follow, they sing their own theme song. Now I have my own, and I really must say, please offer us advertisement so we can do this for pay.
I hear that, Dustin. Meanwhile, I'm stuck at home doing this show and
Back in 2015,
got my
just
kid.
desktop and two mics. We found it hard on social media to get any likes. Then we got new equipment and the world was much more fun. 3 years had gone by, now we're
I know about Big
studio
Heaven,
done.
what about the others?
RoboTuner, master of debacle, sitting at the helm.
Sushi keeping Matt in check, true ruler of this realm.
Thunder K shocking both their asses into gear.
Alex the intern. Why am I even here?
We're glad that you have joined for this occurrence of our show. We can't think of lyrics for this part, so here we go. The song is almost over, starting at last. Broadcasting from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa, it's RoboTuner's Insignificant Podcast.
Occurrence. 100, 130 for Saturday. That's right, Saturday, April the 17th, 2021.
You don't have to cry because you're not getting to go out tonight. Okay?
That wasn't me.
Okay.
In the year of the animal whose skull that you shoot at and get double the bullets in Mad Dog McCree. And speaking of which, I'm not quick on the draw today, no pun intended. Since I referenced that game, one of my favorite video games from when I was 12. Greetings, RoboTuner coming at you from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa. Back again with that low-budget podcast style for your listening enjoyment, amusement, disgust, or all of the above. Take your pick. Joining me once again across the table from me is my existing romantic life partner, Sushi. and Bigfoot's set of rims, Thunder K.
What?
Bring the thunder.
Oh wow, that was good timing.
That's the one I always play for him when they're remote. And of
Yeah.
course, sitting next to him in between his dad and next to his dad and his niece, Alex the intern.
I love that I get ragtime while y'all get like the cool stuff.
Ragtime is cool stuff.
What the hell are
Excuse
you
me,
talking
sir, but
about?
I feel like I'm in a 1920 silent film.
I'm sorry, what song were you singing in the shower earlier today?
There's a lot of songs.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
They were all songs from the Rat Pack. So you just shut your face.
Oh.
Okay.
Shut it. Shut that face.
Oh yeah, straighten up and fly right, Mama. Won't you blow your top? Was that the one?
Exactly what I was singing today.
Oh, that was the one you were singing.
No, you were singing.
I was singing Mac. I was singing Mac the Knife
Mac
and
the
that
Knife.
one.
Yeah.
Ah, you love those old crooners, don't you?
I do.
It's
That's
good
what I'm
music.
saying. He's over here bitching. Oh, well, my music fits me.
Well, your dad, in my defense, your dad was of one that picked the ragtime soundbite for you.
Which is why I'm so offended by his statement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't blame that on me. Your dad, that's just the one I play in place of that while you guys aren't, when you guys are remote. Anyway, so yes, if you're wondering why we're going live on a Saturday and recording, for those that listen later on a Saturday, is because this was really the closest day of the week where we could actually get all four of us, because Alex has to work tomorrow night, and today we were actually just get this out of the way first and foremost. Today we played final respects to Shelley's son's father and grandfather, who died about 3 months apart. It was a very nice ceremony put together by Sushi, who is actually an ordained minister. That's just a fact. That's not an endorsement or an advertisement. But it was very nicely done, and I'll just leave it at that. She and a couple people got to speak a couple words about their memories with him too.
Let's not mislead. I didn't do the prayers or anything like that. Like, that was led by
his grandma. Yeah, your son's grandma.
Yeah.
Which I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, she did an excellent job.
You can tell she's done public speaking before.
Yeah, she's a teacher. She was a teacher.
She was a teacher. She's retired now. Yeah.
Yeah. It was very heartbreaking to watch Markham and his sister,
who's 7.
Yeah. Say goodbye to their dad and their pawpaw. I can't even talk about it, so I'm not going to.
Okay. All I was going to say is that it was a nice ceremony, and you did a good job coordinating it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Both of us were kind of scrambling this morning to get ready for it. I was actually early, and I thought it was late. I thought it was 15 minutes late.
So I'm going to tell you something that I was really weirded out about.
What's that?
Before I did this. So I made all those cones. So this is what I did. I took toilet paper rolls, and I covered them in paper, and I decorated them and put baggies inside so that I could put ashes inside each of the cones, and then everybody could grab a cone and distribute the ashes in the area we designated. Because, when I talked to Markham and Grandma about it, they both agreed on the place to do it.
Yeah.
So I thought if I was careful and I had a cup and I had a funnel, that I would not make a big mess and not get it all over me. I had their ashes all over me. And at first I was
It didn't
really,
look like it to me.
Oh yeah. At first I was kind of like, I don't want to get the ashes on me. And then after a while, I was like, whatever, I've got them all over me now.
It's not like you look like the Big Lebowski. You remember that scene?
No, but it's
when Steve Buscemi's character died and they spread his ashes out on the beach, and the wind was blowing in the opposite direction and it got on him.
Yeah, that's
it wasn't like that at all.
That's how I felt, though. I felt like I had it from head to toe. And it's kind of weird because you're like, this was a person and now it's all over me. I don't know how to explain it other than it was a very different experience I've never had before. Not that I ever wanted it. Wasn't on my bucket list of things to do. So anyway, if anybody tells you that it's not messy, they're a big fat fibber.
I never doubted that at all. Worse things could have happened.
Yeah, worse things.
Much worse things
could have happened.
Yeah. Like that one scene in Clerks. But they were cremated, so you didn't have to worry. That we didn't have that aspect to worry about.
Yes.
So another reason why we're going live tonight is because after we finish our show tonight, I'm going to break down our setup here and get ready for my band's first live stream gig as a duo, the Jet Noise, come Saturday, which I am very much looking forward to. Oh, speaking of music stuff, so my good friend in the podcasting world, Dustin Schneider.
Oh yeah.
I talked about a treasure of a find that Sushi actually brought home from her dad's house a couple weeks ago, which she hadn't seen in over 20 years. It is a realistic brand synthesizer that is licensed by Moog, their MG1 model, which was, if not one of their earlier models, if not the first one. And anyway, so I guess they licensed it out to certain manufacturers, and this in order to sell it underneath their own brand name, which that's what this is. It was the realistic brand, which used to be part of Tandy, a.k.a. Radio Shack, based here in Fort Worth.
Yeah, they made it, from what I understand, from what Dad told me, they made that particular synthesizer specifically for Radio Shack.
Oh, okay. That I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
At any rate, Thursday night I delivered it to Dustin, who graciously offered to take a look at it, and he brought it back to life like Dr. Frankenstein.
So it works?
Yes.
Thunder K, are you excited?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
It works. The synthesizer works now. Dustin
That's
got
awesome.
it.
What did he have to do to fix it?
He actually had, well, he did take it apart. And he, I guess he checked the capacitors and several of the actual physical connections on the board and to the input that's on the front.
Yeah.
And he sent me an early video. He actually had the power on, and it was and it was producing notes, no problem. And he also took off the main circuit board and looked at it from the underside, and the metal components on there were corroded as hell. I had a feeling that they would be, though, considering that it was out in the elements for all those years.
I was gonna say, I think it stayed out in Dad's garage, so I'm sure that was the case.
Yeah, but
that's what Dad said. He said that Mr. Sullivan next door had got it working, and so we got it back from him, and then he tossed it out in the garage, and the garage leaked. I was like, "Why do you do that, Dad?"
You know, those earlier components like that, though, you could pretty much put them in the daggum dishwasher and they'd be okay.
Yeah. Dustin said he ran some corrosion cleaner over all the metal components, all the pots and switches from the underside.
Yeah. That's amazing. I'm glad you got it working.
Oh yeah, me too. Now I made a joke with him. I said, "So if the Dogecoin stock plunges, don't go freaking putting it on eBay, selling it to the highest bidder." And
oh my gosh, you're so silly.
yeah, I know.
Look at the price of those, and I was amazed at. I mean, they're still rather cheap.
Oh yeah, but they're fairly affordable for those that are into vintage electronics, but they're still pretty rare to come by.
Yeah.
I mean, considering you can do most of that with most of those waveforms with modern computers. Sorry, I'm being serenaded by my granddaughter, so if there's a lot of background noise, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hear her, but I can still understand you fine.
Well, I really appreciate it, Dustin. He said there's still a little bit of a power issue with it, but he's chasing down, but for the most part it works. And yeah, I used to play with that when I was a little kid all the time at my dad's house, and so it was it's weird that was one of my memories as a kid, but that piece of equipment is huge in my memory.
Huge.
So I really appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I want to go through Dad's garage and pull out all his old computers that are in there.
Right.
He's got an old TRS-80 that I'd like to get working again.
Yeah, is that the one 100K that you said had the 7-inch disk drive?
Inch discs, yeah.
Yeah, 7.5 inch disc
Yep.
drives.
That's
yeah.
not the one that was the cassette tape where you could put a cassette tape in and play a game on it, was it?
No,
that was a TI 99.4A.
That was my first computer I played on.
That's the
That
one
one was?
that Bill Cosby used to advertise for.
Is that right?
TI 99.4A, yeah.
Yeah, Dad he thought it was the coolest thing when you could type in someone's name and the computer would say it.
Yeah, it had a speech module on the side.
Yeah, my elementary school, one of our computers had one of those speech modules. Yeah.
Yeah, Dad was all about it.
It was like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, it's exactly that. And it didn't phonetically sound things out. So if you typed in native, N-A-T-I-V-E, it would say native.
Yeah, native.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, yeah.
And we thought it was hilarious that it said the words wrong.
Oh, we had that thing cussing. It was
Yes.
funny. The little kids, the first thing they want to do is make things cuss.
Yep.
Well, even as grown-ups, I guess.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Son of the bitch.
Motherfucker.
I think it was more like, we didn't really type that one out, but it was more like damn and shit and...
We're over there giggling.
Yeah.
Shit. That's great. Well, that's all I had. I didn't really have much to contribute over the last couple days because we just did a show on Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still continuing to have health problems in our house.
Yeah, they've had like some weird virus that's traveled from one person to another at that house.
Yeah.
Slowly too. It's
and it's not.
I had it, and then I had it on Friday, and then Alex got it on Tuesday?
No, Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, that's all. That was big. That was the difference between us. And I think Kim now has it.
But so I will tell you this. I was talking to RoboTuner's daughter today, and she's into this game called Genshin Impact.
Oh yeah, that's her favorite game right now.
Yeah, she's been trying to talk me into playing it. So I talked to Thunder K, and I don't know if he's wanting to try it out, but I'm gonna try it out tonight.
I don't know what Faith thinks of that.
We can't hear you. I see you talking, but we can't hear you.
Oh, nobody's talking. We were.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have the video up right now. It's the chat window on the big TV.
Yeah, I'm having to watch the granddaughter, and my wife's sick, so we're pulling double duty.
Double duty. Well, if your grandkid pulls double duty, just let us know so we can fill in time while you change the diaper.
Yeah, well, I did that earlier.
Okay, so she should be good for a while, hopefully.
Oh,
yeah. That's another thing I was going to say. Epic Mega Games is actually running 3 free games this week. Did you guys?
Yeah, I was playing one of them.
Oh, which one?
What is it called? The one with the garbage.
Oh, Deponia?
Deponia, yeah.
Yeah, I have that entire series for my Xbox One. I've beaten it. And in fact, the one on Steam has the 3 main games, but the one that I have on Xbox One has the 3 games and the epilogue game, which gives an alternate ending. Well, it's its own game, but it kind of spins it in a direction with whereas what if this happened instead of this? So.
Yeah, I just started it. I just want to see what it kind of reminds me. It's kind of reminiscent of the old Sierra games.
Oh yeah, it's a totally adventure, point and click adventure game.
Yeah, it really kind of reminds me of a mixture of like Space Quest and Day of the Tentacle.
Yeah, the game definitely has a good amount of humor in it. I will say this about your main character Rufus, though. The game is made up of a comedy of errors, but he intentionally knows what he's doing and when he's doing it and what the end result will be. Yeah. So he has comedic, malicious intent with everything that he does.
Well, the other one is Pillars of Earth, which I haven't played, but it looks to me like all three of them are basically an adventure type game.
Oh, it is. It is all 3 episodes. I thought it was just one.
Well, which no, I was yes, the first game does have all three adventures in it.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about.
The second game I was talking about was Ken Follett's The Pillar of the Earth, the other epic game that's on there.
Okay.
And actually, all three of the free games look like they're adventure games.
Okay.
This one, The Pillars of the Earth, kind of looks a lot like King's Quest.
Yeah, I kind of got that feel from it too, watching the preview. I haven't downloaded any of them yet.
So I'm guessing that was kind of the theme for this release. Next week, or this Thursday, April 22nd, it looks like Alien Isolation and Hand of Fate 2 are going to be the free games.
Oh, Alien Isolation I played. I couldn't really get that far into it, though. It's a cool concept of survival horror kind of thing, except it's not combat based. It's more just run around and hide kind of mechanics behind it, and it does use and it does continue on with the story of Alien pretty well.
Yeah,
I just couldn't get very into the game in general, I guess. I have it on Xbox One.
Yeah, I've never really been just a huge fan of the Alien franchise, just because I'm not a big fan of horror altogether. Thanks, Mom. I blame her.
Yeah, I blame Mom too.
We were talking about that earlier when we went out to eat, weren't we?
Yeah.
About how you used to eat chicken salad and watch Friday the 13th Part 3 when you were a kid.
Oh no, it was tuna salad. And
tuna salad, that's right.
It wasn't Mom on that one. That was Dad.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I guess they're both. Well, Mom was worse. She'd scare us on purpose.
She would make us watch these really freaking scary movies as little kids. We were under the age. How old do you think you were the first time you saw a scary movie?
Less than 10?
Oh,
I was less than 5.
Yeah, less than 5.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
like we were little when we watched scary movies.
I was scared of scary movies. I didn't want to watch any of them.
I think we were watching Jaws
when I
at
was a
Aunt
kid.
Tony's house, and then they made us go snipe hunting.
Yeah.
Snipe hunting? Jesus.
We learned about snipe hunting at an early age.
Yeah, Jaws even scared me as a kid. I didn't want to watch it.
I was like, I'm not going outside. I don't know what the hell snipes are. I didn't say that in my head, hell, because cuss words were not a thing to me.
That'd have got you.
Yeah.
40 lashes with a wet noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really get much of a interest in horror movies in general until I was about 10 or so, and R-rated movies, because I was so freaking frustrated as a kid whenever RoboCop came out in stores, and they're selling like a whole Kenner toy line of them, and they even released an NES and an arcade game of it, yet I can't watch the movie because it's super violent and rated R. I think to myself, so why the hell do they market products for kids for an adult movie?
Okay, so here's the Shelley, you're gonna have to back me up on this. This is the wacky part of it. Okay, Mom's forcing us to watch these horror films, and then she declares that Queen's Another One Bites the Dust is devil music.
Oh yeah.
How?
And then we couldn't watch He-Man or She-Ra because he had the power.
Yeah. That was the thing.
Yeah, because there's sorcery and magic involved in it, and I think
those
I've
were
had some
devil-
friends that weren't allowed to watch it either because of that same reason when
Look,
they were growing up.
But horror films were okay.
Yeah,
As
horror
long as you were
films
killing humans.
Yeah, such a double standard.
Well, see, the thing is that our parents, or our mom and the man that she chose to live with, would always switch religions. So we went from Baptist to who are the guys that speak in tongues?
Pentecostal.
Pentecostal to
Did you have to wear a dress every day?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That was the weirdest. I don't know.
And yeah, it's like you can't, if you're a woman, you can't wear a dress and you can't cut your hair.
Right. So we went.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that. I remember going to Sunday school.
And Methodist, and we went and
Methodist.
Yeah, Thunder K had been baptized
I saw
in
some
a river,
Methodists
right?
today.
Weren't you baptized in a river?
I think I just wanted to go swimming back then.
I think that's what it was too. But you got baptized in the river. But that was a different church. I don't even remember what church that was.
Down
And
by the river.
then they finally landed on this other religion that it was called the study of soul science. And then we could watch and do whatever we wanted to when they got into that religion.
The study of soul science.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Crazy. That's why Shelley sits outside naked, worshiping rocks.
I don't ever do that. Oh, but don't think that Benny Hill for 1 second wasn't something that we could watch too during all that time.
I didn't discover Benny Hill until I was a teenager, like 16, 17.
We were watching this when we were little kids.
Yeah. I mean, the
You know what it was or what it meant.
The humor's like crude, but it's not like vulgar, but still not something I would let a kid watch.
No, hold on. It very much sexualized women.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there is that.
Well, that was okay. That was okay back then.
I mean, yeah, back then it was okay.
I didn't mind it at all, actually.
Yakety sax. Oh, of course not.
I didn't know what was going on. I just liked the music.
I didn't know what was going on.
And the funny man was running up and down the screen. Sometimes there were women, sometimes there wasn't. I don't know.
And it's always like you rooted for him.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really remember. I haven't seen Benny Hill since I was probably 10. I don't remember any of it except for the music.
They used to show reruns of it on Channel 13 KARA PBS.
If I really wanted to watch it, I can go on YouTube, and they have episodes on there. It's funny because Benny Hill's been in my YouTube feed recently.
Has he really? That's funny.
Yeah.
Did it ever make you wonder why Benny Hill came on, and then it was either before Benny Hill came on, what was that one with Minnie Pearl?
I don't remember.
Hee Haw?
Hee Haw. Benny Hill and Hee Haw.
Okay. I never watched Hee Haw.
11, right?
Huh?
Back Channel 11.
Yeah. But think about it. Hee Haw was kind of like corny, stupid humor. None of it was like, it was more churchy humor.
Right.
And then you get Benny Hill. I never understood that.
Well, I think it was like Hee Haw was at 9, and then after 10, that's when Benny Hill would come on, because that was kind of like the TV switch, right?
Yeah.
You could watch, worse rated shows after 10 o'clock after the kids went to bed,
after
right?
9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock.
Or after 9.
Yeah.
So Hee Haw was like during prime time, and then Benny Hill was after hours.
That was our life. In case anybody wanted to know. That's how we lived our life in front of the TV for the first part of our lives.
Well, we were latchkey kids.
Yeah.
So, and Mom was really paranoid about even just letting us go out in the backyard and play.
Yeah.
So, we watched a lot of TV.
Yeah, Dad hated me as a child.
What?
Why is that?
After you smoking.
Why is that, Alex, the intern?
As a child, not after that.
You're still a child.
Shut up.
You're still a child.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're only an adult legally.
You're an adult when I say you're an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what Thunder K said.
Yeah, I kind of take that concept too. With the other one living in our house.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready for sushi news?
Yes.
All right, let me play this. Let me see how loud this is.
It might be a little loud.
It's sushi news.
I don't hear it at all.
What about, are you ever going to bring back Dustin's?
Dustin's what?
His intro for my news.
Oh, yeah, the one he gave us. Yeah, I need to do that. I got to go back to one of the previous occurrences and isolate it and just save it as an individual file.
I am not criticizing you in any way, but why do you keep losing this stuff?
I don't lose it. It disappeared from my Dropbox, and that's where I was playing it from.
They all say.
I didn't lose it, but I lost it.
I didn't
He
lose
took
it,
it
I
off.
lost it.
He took it off as a link from his Dropbox so he could make room for more stuff. That's what happened.
You told me to get butter, Shelly, and I came and I got you some butter. This is margarine. No, this is butter, Shelly. This is what I know is butter.
I mixed the cheese and the butter. Now it is margarine.
That's not even a thing.
Okay.
Even I know that. All right, go.
Mystery animal in tree turns out to be croissant.
What?
When animal rescuers in Poland showed up at the scene, they were able to nab the suspect bread-handed.
Ha.
A woman in Krakow, Poland
Jesus.
had quite a fright when she saw what looked like a bizarre animal that had been hanging in the lilac tree outside her home for a few days.
It was a crack hoe in Krakow.
Wow. The woman called for help dealing with what she thought might be an iguana, according to the BBC. When the officers showed up at the scene, they were able to nab the mystery animal bread-handed because the animal in question turned out to be a croissant, according to a Facebook post
Croissant.
by the Krakow Animal Welfare Society. The person behind the post theorized the croissant was thrown out of a window as a treat for birds in the area and ended up getting stuck in the tree. Although the woman's worry turned out to be unfounded, she did the right thing because there are people willing to get rid of any animal that causes some trouble or just get bored. The Facebook post said, "It's better to check and be pleasantly disappointed."
Okay. Well, I guess the people at the animal control had a real laugh with that one. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made international news.
Right. Venomous snake found in lettuce package from Australian store.
Found by Cedric the Owl.
A grocery store chain
That's an
said
old
it is
game show.
investigating after an Australian customer found a venomous snake inside the plastic bag with her prepackaged lettuce. Leslie,
You know, if that were Kim, I'd be doing all the shopping from now on.
I know, right? She hates snakes.
Oh, come on. Just use Instacart. That's what we do. Not our sponsor, by the way.
Leslie Kuhn of Mossman, a Sydney suburb, posted photos.
Leslie,
to the
what? Sorry, go on.
Kuhn.
Oh, Kuhn. Okay.
That's what I said.
The Deutsch spelling.
A Sydney suburb posted photos to the Facebook group Mossman Living showing the pale-headed snake, a venomous species her son found inside the package of lettuce the family brought from Aldi. Oh, they have an Aldi there. Check packaged lettuces carefully, Kuhn wrote. Aldi officials said they are investigating this discovery with help from wildfire rescue charities Wires, which is currently caring for the snake and is planning to release it back into the wild. Oh, so it was alive.
Oh, jeez.
Holy crap. Can you
Okay.
imagine pulling a bag of lettuce out of your refrigerator and be like, oh shit, there's a snake in there and it's venomous. What do?
Exactly. You call 911
What if
and
you didn't know
they
it was
dispatch
in
animal
there and
control.
you start opening the package. Is this like snake in a can? Does it just jump out at you? Like, how does
Jesus.
this work?
Or snake in a lettuce bag in this case.
I guess.
Jesus, man.
Can you imagine if you used Instacart and it was delivered that way?
Oh, I'd
Now you
sue
just
the
have
fuck
to
out of
avoid-
Instacart.
How could you sue them? It's not their fault.
I know.
Why are you suing everybody? Do you need money?
No, I don't need
Okay,
money.
I'll let you borrow some if you
We
need
got
it.
RoboTuner's Insignificant Podcast money, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not seeing a cent to that. Where's that going?
You know, we're low budget, but we have high overhead.
Your dad's using it to pay for your college entrance exams. I mean, your college entrance fees. Or it's going towards it at least.
Oh, thanks.
All right. So I have another story, but it's kind of a conspiracy, kind of a story.
Okay.
It has to do with celebrities. And do you ever wonder how celebrities show up in multiple places? Just real quick and fast, and they don't look tired, they look ready to go. I've always wondered that. And so the other day I was kind of flipping around on TikTok because that's my favorite go-to for looking for stories that seem interesting.
Yeah.
And I
TikTok.
happened across one of the TikToks where they were talking about, or they had clips from celebrities joking about having clones. So I thought, they're just joking about it. Let me see if there's actually some sort of theory out there about it. And lo and behold, guess what? There's a theory about it.
And what does that theory say?
That
Ow.
theory states that it is 100% proof positive that there are clones out there. Some of the clones have even had their pictures taken. One in particular I'm looking at right now is Beyonce. There's a pretty recent theory that spawned a few months ago that suggests she died in 2000 and the Queen Bey we all know and love today is not but a clone. So I don't agree with that, but
She's sad Beyonce.
I have a feeling that there are lookalike people out there that they have go and do
like PR
PR
events
for them. Yeah, I think that I think you can get enough plastic surgery with the right plastic surgeons that you can look like anybody.
You know what comes to mind immediately?
What?
Michael Jackson. I think he had several doubles that he used to go around and do these PR events. In fact, man, I could go on for like hours about all the Michael Jackson deaths conspiracies out there. Like the one that gave the final public appearance in London that basically said, I'll have 2 months of shows in London, and this will be my final performances in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then a couple months later, while he was rehearsing for it, he died. Yeah, people were saying that was a lookalike or stand-in for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's another one. Now, this isn't a clone, but this is that theory. It keeps coming around and coming around. We've all heard it about Paul McCartney and how Paul McCartney died
back in the 60s and was replaced
60s.
by William Shears Campbell. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a well-documented conspiracy. Several books written about that.
Well, it makes sense because if you look at the pictures from 1963 to 1965, he does not look the same. He doesn't. His eye kind of, no, even his eyes don't look the same. His eyebrows don't look the same. His eyes don't look the same. It's very interesting. But
have you seen the pictures of Tom Cruise and the chick from Top Gun?
Oh yeah, Kelly McGillis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he still looks exactly the same, and she looks like an old lady.
Oh, see, I got in trouble for making a comment about her on another
She's had a
show
really
I'm friends
hard
with
life since
Top Gun. Yeah, she was raped.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about her side of it, but you have to admit, he does not look that different than he did in Top Gun.
In his 20s, yeah. Well, he's also had a shitload of plastic surgery, too.
Yeah, he has.
I think he's turning 60 next year. Yeah, he was born in 62.
You know, there's another conspiracy theory about Michelle Pfeiffer.
What about
Did you hear about that one?
I think I have heard about hers and how...
Like, she actually had to go on Twitter and go, no, I don't. I don't have any secrets to my youth and stuff like that.
Is it that she eats people and drinks blood?
No, it's like, I think this conspiracy, and somebody can correct me, but the conspiracy theory is that young people's blood is transfused and it causes you to age slower.
So she gets blood transfusions?
That's the conspiracy theory, is that they get blood transfusions from young people. By young people, I mean below the age of 20.
Oh, like little kids?
Yeah, adolescents.
I've never heard that one, so that's cool. That's new. I'm gonna look that one up when we're done. But we all heard the Avril Lavigne one where she died, and now the new Avril Lavigne is not the old Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, I've heard about that one too.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney was another one. Yeah. Yeah, you already said that one.
Miley Cyrus.
Elvis is still alive. Apparently, he works for 7-Eleven or something.
Can't forget about Hitler in Argentina.
Well, I'd never heard the one about Miley Cyrus either, where I knew she had transformed in 2010 from the squeaky clean Hannah Montana to, the twerking wrecking ball lady, right?
Destiny Hope Cyrus, yes.
Yeah, and she leaked nudes. She smoked salvia, and she wrote in a song that she was hot and generally, broke out of the confines of being prepubescent Hannah, right?
Yeah, and she even was engaged to and then broke off the engagement with Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's brother.
Yeah. And then they got back together and got married.
Oh, did they?
And then they got divorced. Yeah.
Oh.
As the theory goes, Disney was not best pleased with this. There are several variations on exactly what happened, but one most commonly believed is that they were so furious, the only logical conclusion was to murder her, dump her body in the desert, and bring in her cloned replacement. Her cloned replacement didn't do any better. It's still... Like,
I think the clone replacement came in like a wrecking ball, didn't she?
that theory doesn't make
Nicely
sense
put.
either. That theory doesn't make sense
Well,
either.
fucking Disney, they ruin child actors' lives like for the long term. So many people have been just had their lives put through the ringer either by the experience of being one of them or their impositions placed on them by their parents to be the sole breadwinner for their entire family while they're still under the age of 18.
I think fame is really what kills these young minds.
Yeah, well, Demi Lovato is the most recent one that's spoken out against it.
Yeah,
she actually has a couple of YouTube videos where exclusive YouTube videos where she's gone and talked about her experiences and what it's done to her life. I mean, hell, she's not the only one. Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears,
what's the name of that?
Selena Gomez.
There's that movie Dickie Roberts is basically the story of those young actors and their fame problems. Have you ever seen Dickie Roberts with
no?
What's his name? He's one of the Adam Sandler gang.
Kevin Bacon.
Joe Dirt.
Oh, David Spade?
David Spade is in it.
Okay.
And he plays a childhood actor who's grown up. And it's got Corey Feldman. It's got the guy who played Greg Brady and somebody. Oh, the redheaded guy from.
Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they're even singing a song at the end about their childhood fame and the problems. It's a
fun.
really it's kind of a good movie, but it's not. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it kind of gives you an insight to the way these kids think. You know, it even has Webster in it, kicking his ass in the beginning.
Oh, Emmanuel Lewis.
Webster's all tattooed up.
Yeah, he is. He has been for a while.
And he was in the beginning of that kicking David Spade's ass. It's parts of it are pretty funny, but to talk about what you're talking about, I mean, it's not just Disney. It's these childhood actors and fame has been messing up kids since the 50s.
Yeah, and Ed Funicello, as part of the original Mickey Mouse Club, was one of them. And we all know that she's supposedly the biological mother of your step's brother.
Hey,
I didn't say his name.
Let's not even talk about that because he got in trouble.
Yeah, there was a cease and desist on that.
Well, I doubt he even listens to the show anyway.
It's not him that I'm worried about.
Oh, you mean the I get it. Yeah, the actual family.
Yeah.
Well, it was against him. It wasn't against us. So. They have a problem. They can send an email to robotutor2020@gmail.com. Either them or their attorneys.
I guess it would, yeah. We got a cease and desist.
Let's put it on the wall, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome. What else you got, babe?
Okay, so I looked for some updates on the Great Reset and DeVos, and it looks like something, like I said, when I talked about this the last time, I felt like there had already been an economic forum that had happened.
Yeah.
But we weren't privy to it, that they didn't really talk about it. So I'm reading this article, and I'm like, did they have one? Did they not have one? And it says, the WEF says the key is reestablishing public trust, which is being eroded in part due to the perceived mishandling of the coronavirus pandemic. But this may prove difficult given there is little change in corporate or government leadership. The big hope is 78-year-old Joe Biden, who was U.S. Vice President for 8 years, during which many of these problems were mounting, not being solved. Sadly, the main cause for optimism is the fact that today's crises are so great that they may provoke action. Future financial crisis looks likely. The climate crisis is increasingly accepted to be an existential threat, and now the pandemic is a huge economic and human disaster, with further such pandemics recognized as likely because of everything from the explosion in global travel to the effects of climate change. I was like, Is this someone just making some shit up?
Yeah, I was
Is
gonna
this
say
coming from that?
what explosion in global travel are they fucking talking about since the beginning of the pandemic? And I know this because I work for an airliner. It's been the lowest it's been in over 30 years.
Well, that's what they're talking about. That's an explosion.
Oh, okay. No, that's a recession in travel.
Well, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to choose their words a little more wisely.
Well, my biggest thing is how do they know that that's what the hope is for? Why is Joe Biden being put into there? He's not even part of WEF.
Oh, the World Economic Forum.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not a part of it. So I mean, it's really
why would the president of the United States not be a part of that?
Because he's not. It's not. It's not leaders like him. Like it's Prince Charles and other businessmen.
Yeah, not actual politicians.
Yeah, it's not really politicians that are involved in WEF.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Prince Charles because he's just a figurehead. He's not an actual. He's not an actual leader.
And then hold on, here comes another part of this. It says the neoliberal drift. A key question for this year's conference, which is due to be followed by a second phase in Singapore in May, is whether a new form of globalization will be developed. Why do they get to make the choices? Because
who's
they're
Singapore?
the businessman?
Or is it just taking place in Singapore?
It's taking place in Singapore, like
Okay.
the meeting, the conference. So this So this is new. I didn't know there was going to be a second conference.
That's interesting. Well,
yeah.
From what I understand, Singapore is kind of like a like the Switzerland of Asia, in a way.
Well, I mean, they met up in Davos.
Not Betsy DeVoe.
No,
Fuck her. She's gone.
It's supposed to be. They're both supposed to be in May. So I think I missed something. I haven't seen anything. I look it up on a regular because I want to update on what's happening. But anyway, it just basically says that there was a free market forum and globalization leading up to the First World War, then a retreat during the interwar period. Bretton Woods led to an era of regulated globalization from 1945 until the late 80s. But since then, the global elite has pushed back regulatory restrictions on everything from speculative financial flows across borders to mergers and acquisitions. So I'm going to keep looking, but I didn't really get anything out of this article. I don't think they know.
As much substance as you thought?
Yeah, it just feels like it's just another conversation starter.
Okay.
All right, so the next thing I have is there are rumors that The Simpsons predicted another outcome. Well, I looked for it. One of the rumors was that Alex the intern can give more details on it. What was the rumor, Alex?
Oh, can he?
It was that when Prince Philip died, there was a rumor stating that the Simpsons predicted it to be like April 9th on the 99th day of the year at 9 a.m. and it was just all lined up almost perfectly with how he died.
Huh.
And
it was just like to the exact day.
I didn't find anything on that. That would have Prince. What's his name?
Prince Philip.
Prince Philip.
I know his name. I don't know why.
He gave the date he died and everything. Like what was it? April 11th.
No, April 9th at 9 a.m. on the 99th day of the year.
Yeah, on his.
It was all nines.
According to the Simpsons fan site called In the News, an old episode of the hit cartoon show may have widely predicted the death and date of Prince Philip. So
it was the 90s.
I just found
episode
it.
aired in the 90s.
Yeah, in season 7, episode 3, Home Sweet Home Diddly Dum Doodly, the Simpsons neighbors, the Flanders, temporarily take the children in after a lice outbreak and after Ned finds out they aren't baptized. But according to the Simpson fan site, when they're all in the car driving to church, baby Maggie Simpson creepily turns her head 180 degrees towards Bart and Lisa in the backseat and says, Prince Philip will die on April 9th, 2021. While the line has been replaced in recent versions, the site claims that the line was in the original broadcast in 1995, which is 26 years before the tragic passing. But adding more weight to the rumor, it isn't all that surprising when you think about The Simpsons has a long history of mysteriously predicting historic events, rising tech, and new discoveries. So that's all I found. It does say, according to Forbes in 1993, the episode Marge and Chains, oh yeah, we already know about this, featured a COVID-like pandemic hitting Springfield. And you know, there's quite a few little things here and there. I'd like to find out if that episode really did say Prince Philip will die on April 9th, 2021. Now, if she said that, then I'm going to start watching The Simpsons.
Well, we have it on Disney Plus has the entire Simpsons catalog, so yeah, you can look it up.
Start watching it and write
look up
down,
the episode, yeah.
I'm going to write down everything I learn.
And then all of a sudden Disney pulls it and then puts up an edited version with it with that scene out.
Well, I mean, if we can catch the earlier episodes and write down every little thing that's supposed to be for the future, and let's see if it does it.
Oh my God, I'm sure there's already a podcast that's devoted to that.
I'd like to find it. That would be hilarious.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least.
All right, and my last thing I want to talk about tonight.
Yes?
Is John Titor. Now, this isn't
John Titor.
Yeah. This isn't
what the hell?
necessarily a conspiracy theory, but this is an interesting person that I thought, wow, if this is real, this would like be the weirdest and craziest thing I've heard of in a long time. So the first thing is that John Titor says he was born in 1998, and that
Same age as your son.
right, and that in 1936, I think that's what he said. 2036. There's a great war where they lose some sort of function from computers. And they have to travel back in time to 1975 to fix whatever the issue is.
Okay.
And then he stops over in 2020, and actually it's in 1998, to fix the Y2K issue.
The Y2K issue ended up not being that big of a deal, though.
That's because of John Titor.
Oh.
Yeah, he fixed it, so it didn't become an ordeal.
Is he the actual person that came up with the scripting to push towards most consumer electronics?
No, because he was born in 1998.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, sorry, I got my names mixed up there.
Okay, now let me tell you how he travels through time, okay?
Flux capacitor.
No. It's two black holes, and they create some sort of gravitational pull, and they allow him to travel in time. Now, the biggest thing about him traveling in time is that he doesn't travel in time linear. He travels in time in multiple dimensions. So he may be from 2036, but it's from a different dimension.
A different 2036.
Right. But so the craziest part of John Titor is his predictions. Do you want to know why that's crazy?
Why is it?
Because some of his predictions are actually really true and very detailed. Very detailed. This is the weird part of the story. Now this guy has been, okay, there was a guy, and I can't remember his name right now, which I feel like I can't remember a lot of things anymore lately. But
because you're old.
There used to be a show. It was kind of like a radio show where a guy would talk to people who've traveled in time or talk about UFOs. What was that guy's name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
It's Art. His name is Art Bell. That's it.
Art Bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Art.
Oh, yeah. Heather, my sister, used to follow him.
Yeah.
And he actually ended his show a few years ago, but not by his own choice because he was getting death threats. And he made a statement that said that he had to quit his show under duress.
Well, in 1998, Art Bell hosted the late-night paranormal-themed radio show Coast to Coast, which attracted eccentrics from all over the country, pushing tales of alien abduction, freaky psychics, and more during one of his open timeline segments in which anyone could dial in with their own stories. Bell read a letter from a man claiming to be from the future, which naturally came in by fax. So it says, Dear Art, I had to fax when I heard other time travelers calling in from any time past the year 2500 AD. Please let me explain. Time travel was invented in 2034. Okay, so I was off a couple of years, 2036.
Was that before or after H.G. Wells' The Time Machine? I wonder.
I don't know.
Because that's the first literary work that I know of that,
Well, it says
that explored it.
Offshoots of certain successful fusion reactor research allowed scientists at CERN, so keep that in mind, CERN, C-E-R-N.
Yeah, Hadron Collider. That's probably where they got the concept of the black holes.
Yeah. CERN to produce the world's first contained singularity engine. The basic design involves rotating singularities inside a magnetic field. By altering the speed and direction of rotation, you can travel both forward and backward in time. Time itself can be understood in terms of connected lines. When you go back in time, you travel on your original timeline. When you turn the singularity engine off, a new timeline is created due to the fact that you and your time machine are now there.
Okay, I got a couple of problems with time travel. I mean, there's more than a couple, but okay, so like if this dude is true, if it's true, and in 2034 they figure out how to go back in time, how do they account for things like the universe expanding or where the planet's in its rotation around the sun? So is he just gonna like hop through this portal and jump in the other and just be in dead space somewhere?
I think that's a question you'd have to ask him. I don't know, but it says some interesting outcomes of this are one.
That's always bothered me about Back to the Future too, even though I know it's fiction.
Yeah.
You know, and I just try to ignore it, but it's like, how do they account for all that stuff?
Yeah, what about the Avengers Endgame? They use time travel in that too.
You're out of
control. They explain it by saying going back to that singular point and replacing it, and it won't mess up the timeline.
Well, the problem is it's the same thing. The universe is expanding. The sun, the Earth rotates around the sun, so the planet is not in a constant XY coordinate. It's XYZ coordinate. It's going to be different all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he kind of explained.
Even going back in time 5 minutes, you could be in the center of the Earth.
Well, what he said was, when you turn the singularity engine off, a new timeline is created. So wherever they end up, a new timeline is created and going forward. So I don't know if he, ends up in the ocean or if he ends up in, a different part of the entire world. I don't know. We would have to ask him. But it says some interesting outcomes of this are, 1, you meet yourself. I have done it often, even taken a younger version of myself along for a few rides before returning myself to the new timeline and going back to mine. 2, you can alter history in the new universe that you have just created. Most of the time, the changes are subtle. Sometimes I'll notice car models that don't exist or books that come out late. Unfortunately, it was also discovered that anyone going forward in time from my 2036 hit a brick wall in the year 2564. Please pray that we discover the reason why there is no apparent future after 2564. So these people, he's basically saying that if people are traveling from 2500 AD, it may be because of whatever happened in 2564. Okay, but CERN. He said CERN would come out with, and hold on. I don't have the prediction right here. I gotta go to a different page because I had to read that. But he said CERN would come out with some sort of discovery in a particular year, and they did on the year that he said they were going to come out with it. And he predicted this before, like years before they did. And another thing that he said was that there. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Hawking. Stephen Hawking. He predicted, and this was 10 years before Stephen Hawking came out with it, that Stephen Hawking would say that his biggest regret was saying that the black hole was whatever it was during his career, because he misunderstood what black holes were, and then he re-described it and he said it in a tweet. And he did do it. And there is a tweet out there from Stephen Hawking saying that was his biggest regret. So those
okay.
are, and it was very specific. Like John Titor was very specific about what he said was going to happen, and that all of these things were going to lead up to us discovering how to use a black hole to travel in time. But he also made a lot of predictions that were incorrect.
Oh, okay.
So
Does it list any?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let me look at his predictions. Okay.
Predictions.
Okay. Let's see. He said. Okay. It says, although invoking the many words interpretations of quantum mechanics whereby events from his timeline may differ from our own, Titor also expressed assurances that the differences were minimal. As such, his descriptions have been interpreted as predictions and compared with historical events since 2001. The most immediate of Titor's predictions was an upcoming civil war in the United States having to do with order of rights. Okay. So he predicted that we were going to have a civil war in 2005. It began, and he says the beginning of it was 2004. And it said, with civil unrest surrounding the presidential election of that year, the civil conflict that he characterized as having a Waco-type event every month that steadily gets worse would be pretty much at everyone's doorstep and erupt by 2008.
Yeah, which
that
didn't
never
happen.
happened. But what they're saying is that may never have happened in this timeline, but it possibly could have happened in other timelines, or his prediction is late in the timeline that we're in.
Yeah.
As a result of the war, the United States would split into 5 regions based on various factors and offering military objectives. The Civil War, according to Titor, would end in 2015 with a brief but intense World War III. Titor refers to the exchanges as N-Day. Washington, D.C. and Jacksonville, Florida are specifically mentioned as being hit after the war. Omaha, Nebraska would be the new U.S. capital. Titor was vague as
Omaha.
yeah,
Jesus.
He was vague as the exact motivations and causes for World War III, and at one point he characterized the hostilities as being led by border clashes and overpopulation. He also pointed to the contemporary conflict between Arabs and Israel as not a cause, but rather a milestone that precedes the hypothetical World War III. Titor claimed that as a 13-year-old in 2011, he joined the Fighting Diamondbacks, a shotgun infantry unit in Florida, for at least 4 years. In other posts, he described himself as hiding from the war. Titor claimed that the Everett Wheeler model of quantum physics, better known as the many worlds interpretation, was correct. According to Titor, this caused a new time stream to form because of his time travel, and this gives his predictions the ability to stand up to scrutiny when they fail to pass, since believers can say that the events were averted by Titor's postings. So those are some of the predictions that he had.
Interesting.
Some people are saying that maybe it's a little late on this timeline, that it's not really going to, or that it really is going to occur. It's just not occurring yet. And some people say that it's all just a bunch of hubbaloo.
Well, that's what makes it conspiracy theory, not conspiracy fact.
Well, I don't want to call this one necessarily a conspiracy theory, but I do want to say that it's an interesting storyline.
It is.
And it would be neat to follow.
Nate.
To see if any of his predictions come true.
Yeah.
And that is really all I have.
Okay. Well, are we going to do trivia since we're remote, or are we going to skip it this week?
Well, this is, I guess we can do the rounds.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Where you ask the question of one person, and if they don't get it right, it goes to the next.
All right. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
10.
7.
Alex.
5.
Correct. Who said 5?
Alex.
Alex, you go first. You go first.
This is always bad.
Not always. Quit being so pessimistic over there.
What fictional TV family featured a cantankerous dad and his peacemaker of a son? Is it A, The Jeffersons, B, All in the Family, C, Sanford and Son, or D, Happy Days?
Oh. Can you repeat? What was the dad? Cantankerous?
Yes, cantankerous.
Okay. And then the
If he doesn't get it, who's next?
you.
Who said 7?
I
No,
don't.
man.
That would be Robotuner.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Alex the intern. Happy Days.
Meh.
Nope.
Okay.
Fonzie's father was not on that show.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch these shows.
Yeah, well, he only appeared in one episode. Apparently, he was estranged from his dad and had been since he was a child.
Okay, so
Which is why he lived with Ron Howard's character
so
and
what's
his parents.
the answer, Robotuner?
Okay, I am going to guess Sanford and Son.
Correct.
Woohoo! Ding ding ding.
Okay.
One for me.
Yeah, I think All in the Family would have been also an answer on that.
Yeah, but Rob Reiner was the son-in-law. He wasn't their son of Edith and Archie.
Okay. I don't know what's happening here. Hold on, my screen got flooded with stupid stuff.
I just realized that Rob Reiner was in that TV show.
Yeah.
I never put 2 and 2 together on
Yeah,
that.
he had long hair and he was skinny.
Yeah, that's what threw me off.
What's funny is
When
that
you
both.
said I was like, oh crap, that was him.
Yeah, he and Sally Struthers both gained a bunch of weight after that show was over.
Sally who? Rob Reiner.
No, not Sally
right.
Struthers. What's her name?
Exactly.
Sally Struthers was from Family Ties, but she also gained a lot of weight after.
Oh my God, you!
What?
Sally Struthers wasn't from Family Ties.
No, that was Tina Yothers. Sorry, Sally Struthers was from All in the Family. Yeah, that's right.
I wasn't denying that fact. I was just saying she's not famous anymore.
Yeah.
Sally Struthers was
Rob
not
Reiner
from
still
All in
kind
the
of makes
Family.
movies.
What was her name then? I thought. Anyway, it's not important. Next question.
She went on to do like infomercials
Oh yeah, she
about
was. I lied. She was.
kids in
Okay.
Africa.
Okay.
All right. What unique TV show featured puppets and humans together for one of the first times ever? Is it A? And this
Whose is this for?
Yours. You don't know.
Okay.
Okay. A. Jeff Dunham. B. Sesame Street. C. The Muppet Show. Or D. Fraggle Rock.
Robotuner. Oh, that's my turn anyway. The Muppet
Talking
Show.
about the first one.
Yeah.
Yes, the first one.
Of those,
3 of those are.
yeah, of those, the Muppet Show.
Correct.
Ding ding ding.
Okay.
I call this unfair.
That's 2 for
I got the
Robotuner.
first question
That's-
wrong. I should get a handicap.
It's now Thundercase's turn.
I know.
Yeah, I was telling them that.
Oh my gosh. I'm having a hard time because there's an ad that's right over the top of what I'm doing. Sorry.
Could you talk into the microphone? You're really quiet on our side.
Sorry, here I am.
And she bumps it.
Sorry, it's just that there's this thing in the middle of the screen and I can't see the questions. I'm going to have to pick different questions. I'm sorry. These are actually really interesting questions and I'm really excited.
Press F11 and see if that helps.
Try Alt F4.
No, I'm not doing anything you guys say.
F11 would make it full screen.
I don't know if I trust y'all. Yeah, F11.
Oh my God.
Okay, F11 didn't fix it, okay? What car surpassed Henry Ford's notorious Model T in 1972 to become, I don't know what it says, vehicle around the globe? Is it A, Volkswagen Beetle, B, Dodge Challenger, C, Chrysler Avenger, or D, Chevrolet Camaro?
Oh, it's mine?
Yes, it's yours.
Yeah, that would be the Volkswagen Beetle.
And?
I can't tell. Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Ding. One for Thundercase. Now it's back to
Alright.
Alex.
Yay, I don't have an ad on this one.
The People's Car.
Yep.
What
Thanks.
TV series followed 2 divorced roommates who live completely different lifestyles? Is it A, The Odd Couple, B, Mork and Mindy, C, The Love Boat, or D, Happy Days?
Alex the intern, the odd couple?
That is correct.
Du-du-du-du-du-du.
That's weird.
All right, now it's my turn.
What spaceflight mission uttered the famous words, "Houston, we've had a problem"? Is it A, Apollo 13, B, Skylab 2, C, Gemini 12, or D, Apollo 11?
That would be RoboTuner Apollo 13.
Correct.
Woo!
Which show featured Bo and Luke as the good
Oh
old
my
boys?
gosh.
Is that A, Ironside, B, Starsky and Hutch?
Dukes of Hazzard. Next.
Ding-ding-ding.
Golly, aren't y'all supposed to let me finish reading these questions?
Only when we're all answering that.
Okay. Which infamous toy debuted in 1975 but nearly disappeared just a year after? Oh my gosh.
And this is for Alex.
In 1976. Is it
All right,
A? Is it A, Baby Alive? Is it B, Evil Knievel action figure? Is it C, Pet Rock? Or is it D, Pound Puppies?
Evil Knievel?
No.
Ah,
Robotuner?
I'm going to guess. Is it the Pet Rock?
Correct.
Oh, I totally guessed on that. I know it wasn't Pow Puppies. That they came out in the 80s.
Hey, Alex is a hindrance to me because he keeps giving RoboTuner extra points.
I say I deserve a handicap because I'm stupid. Y'all are answering old people questions, and I'm a younger people.
I'm going to have to switch the questions because I cannot read them with this thing in.
Let's
driving me
twitch the
crazy.
questions.
Oh, so you're saying these questions don't count? That's perfect.
No. They count. But I'm going to change because I cannot read the questions. Sorry.
Hey, make them like a meme questions. I'm pretty sure I can get them all correct.
Meme questions?
I look at memes every day. Don't even test me.
Okay.
Okay. Who cares?
Sushi looking up my questions now.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Go right ahead, my
Alright.
silver fox.
What the?
What the hell are you
What?
calling me? Why?
Silver Fox?
Oh, that's not what I thought he said at all.
What do you think he said?
Don't. Why? Why
No.
would you ask him that?
Don't answer. Just read it.
I'm not gonna answer.
All right, these are the hardest questions to answer for 2021. You ready?
Oh gosh.
And this is to who?
I think it's yours.
Yeah, it's Robo.
Oh, okay, it's mine. Yeah, that's right. Because Alex just.
Who
Robotuner.
Who won the 2020 Nobel Peace Prize? Was it Greta Thunberg, the World Health Organization, the UN's World Food Program, or Donald Trump?
RoboTuner, I'm going to say Greta Thunberg.
No.
No.
Meh.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. She was before 2020 when she.
What
He
about
was Times Person of the Year.
what about you, Thunder K?
Well, it wasn't Trump. The food thing.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
It's the UN World Food Program.
Ding.
No, it wasn't. I know it wasn't the World Health Organization.
Yeah, it wasn't the WHO.
No.
Okay,
The food.
I'm skipping that one. What in the world? These aren't hard questions. These are very one-sided. I'm changing.
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
How biased do you think that's the next nine questions?
What was Demi Lovato's first TV appearance? Was it on children's series television Barney and Friends? Was it on Disney Channel's Camp Rock? Was it on Fox's X Factor or on Fox's Prison Break?
Oh, okay. This is my question, right?
Yes.
No, or is it mine?
I think it's his actually.
Oh, maybe it's
It
yours.
is mine.
It's yours.
Because I answered RoboTuner's last time.
That's right. There you go.
The Disney one.
No.
Oh, that's what I would have guessed.
Barney and Friends.
Correct. All right,
I
Alex.
actually knew that one.
This is your question. On which of these TV shows did Piers Morgan participate as a contestant? Was it Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, The Celebrity Apprentice, or Celebrity Big Brother?
Oh, Piers Morgan. I think it's Big Brother.
No.
Okay, I was probably way off.
Okay, and it goes to who? Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Britain's Got Talent.
No.
That.
Thunder K.
The third option.
Are you just guessing?
There are 4 options.
Well, yeah. There's the third one. The
Apprentice.
The Apprentice, Celebrity Apprentice.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, I was close.
Doom. There you go.
All right. So that would be RoboTuner. Who's the new voice behind The Simpsons Dr. Hibbert? Is it Cleveland from The Family Guy? Derek Smalls from This Is Spinal Tap? Hermes Conrad from Futurama? Or King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead?
All right. Did you say the new voice for Dr. Hibbert?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know who I didn't know they changed voice actors for him because I know who the original one was, and I thought he was still doing it, which was, Harry Shearer. But they gave the read the question again.
Who's the new voice behind The Simpsons Dr. Hibbert?
Right. Okay. So read the choices again.
Cleveland from The Family Guy, Derek Smalls from This Is Spinal Tap, Hermes Conrad from Futurama, or King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead?
I'm going to guess King Ezekiel from Futurama.
I didn't say King Ezekiel from Futurama.
I thought that was the third.
I said Hermes Conrad.
Hermes Conrad from from Futurama. Yeah, that was one.
Is that the one you want to pick?
Yeah.
Okay, you're wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
This question's weird because I didn't even know that they got a new voice actor.
I did.
For
okay.
him.
Thunder K.
I know which one it isn't.
What's the answer?
So what's the second and fourth one?
Derek Smalls from This Is Spinal Tap, Hermes Conrad from Futurama.
No. So the fourth one. It's King Ezekiel from.
Oh, King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead. You don't want me to repeat the first one? Okay. No, you're wrong.
Yeah,
okay.
because that's Harry Shearer.
Cleveland from Family Guy.
See, I don't.
Correct.
I didn't think he was a black guy.
No, he's not. Cleveland from Family Guy isn't a black guy. Like the voice actor, he's not.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of why I thought that was weird. Isn't Dr. Hibbert a black guy?
Yeah, he's Jamaican.
No,
So is
you're thinking of
Cleveland.
No, he's
something
just black.
No. From Simpsons.
The character, yeah.
else. Okay.
All right, who's
Yeah, Harry Shearer used to voice him, which he is also the same person that
Robo Kid
played
one.
Derek Smalls from
Oh, yeah.
Spinal Tap.
Oh.
Whose question is it?
Yeah.
It's Thunder Case.
All right, Thunder K. Pitch
Thunder K.
Perfect star Rebel Wilson hosts an Australian reality TV competition of what nature? Is it A, dancing, B, singing, C, weight loss, or D, dog grooming?
Sorry,
Dancing.
No. You're
Can you repeat the fourth option again?
dog grooming?
Dog grooming.
Okay, so it's dancing, which is not one. Singing, weight loss, and dog grooming. I'm gonna guess weight loss since you lost a lot of weight recently.
Nope.
Okay, I know this
All
one.
right.
Eh.
Singing.
No, you're wrong.
What? Pitch Perfect is about singing.
Yes,
Rebel Wilson.
it's the star. Pitch Perfect star Rebel Wilson hosts an Australian reality TV
Oh, you
competition.
bitch.
It's dog grooming.
Oh,
It's Rebel Wilson. That
okay.
makes sense.
I misunderstood the context of the question. I thought it was asking what's the movie Pitch Perfect about, starring Rebel Wilson. I missed the. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
how many more do we have?
I don't know. Who is this? Is this Alex the interns?
Yes.
Where is Cecil Hotel? Is it West London, Lower East Side Manhattan, downtown Los Angeles? It's a fictional hotel.
Oh, god dang.
This should have started, didn't it?
See, I got it down to 2 options right now. West Side Manhattan.
She's checking.
I said Lower East Side Manhattan. Is that the one you want to choose?
Sorry, Lower East Side Manhattan.
Okay, that's false.
Okay, then it goes to me.
Uh-huh.
RoboTuner will guess Los Angeles.
Correct.
That was a total guess.
That was my second answer. Dang it.
That
I
show
should always
just
trust my gut.
that show just started, didn't it? Or it came out recently? Cecil Hotel. I think it's on Amazon Prime, isn't it?
All right, RoboTuner, your question.
Michelle Obama launches a new show on Netflix. What kind of program is it? Is it A, a talk show featuring young women? Is it B, a music show featuring black artists? Is it C, a cooking show featuring puppets? Or is it D, an investigative show offering an inside look at the government?
Whose question is this?
Yours.
Okay, RoboTuner.
Mm-hmm.
D.
No.
No. Okay.
Thunder
What was
K.
the first two?
One of them was
A talk show featuring young women, a music show featuring black artists, and
B.
Okay, meh, you're wrong.
Okay.
Now Alex the intern.
Young women.
No, it's a cooking show featuring puppets.
Oh damn.
All right, this is my last one. I don't know how many I asked, but this is my last one.
All right.
Who's winning?
Matt.
Tie.
Oh.
A tie between who?
Not me.
Oh, okay. So between Thunder K and I. All right. So this will be the tiebreaker.
This is
hopefully.
a tiebreaker. Okay. Whose question is it?
Mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Which TV character was Dustin Diamond most famous for portraying? Was it Steve Urkel in Family Matters? Was it Screech in Saved by the Bell? Harry in Third Rock from the Sun? Or Fez in That 70s Show?
Third Rock from the Sun.
Nope. Meh.
Yeah.
RoboTuner, Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Correct.
He just died a couple months ago too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He had cancer, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't know his name, so.
Ding 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 ding.
I just know him as Screech.
Yep.
Yeah, he did some fucked up stuff in his later years too, like before he got cancer. Like I think
Oh,
it was-
you know what? He's in that Dickie Robinson movie too, by the way.
Oh, is he? Well, he was a teenager whenever Saved by the Bell started, so I don't know if I would call him a child actor. That's interesting.
No,
Yeah,
he
but
was.
he
You
did
know, he
other
was
things.
just barely a teenager when he started Saved by the Bell.
Like 13 or so. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in junior high.
Yeah, because he was the same age as you.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he didn't do other things when he was younger.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just using that as a reference. That's
Yeah,
all.
gotcha.
Could have done commercials, I guess.
All right. So the RoboTuner does not go stumped once again, even if, albeit by luck. All right. Well, thanks for listening once again. If you have anything that you'd like for us to talk about, you can always drop us a line at robotuner2020@gmail.com. You can also call and leave us a voicemail at 682-325-6. No, that's the old number, 1379. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The RoboTuner. And we're live on YouTube on certain days and certain times when we feel it is available. Sunday nights at 7 is our key time, but if you've been listening for a while, you've seen that we've kind of broken that circumstantially, but that's all right. Okay, but if you follow us on YouTube, you can always get notified of when we go live if you're one of those people that likes to join us then. So that's all I'm going to say about that. We's out of here. What?
Well, would you say that probably for at least the next couple months that we're not going to have, like, we'll try to make it on Sunday, but more than likely we'll reschedule?
Well, it's up in the air, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, play by ear kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're out of here. I got to start tearing this shit down. We'll see you guys next week. Red Pants.
Red Pants.
And we're off.
All right, dudes. I'll see y'all online. Are you going to play or are you going to hang out with the kid?
No clue what that's gonna do.
He already got up.
What, did he get up to go poopy?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.